Hello everybody. So it's been a good minute since I've actually been on or done any videos or actually submitted anything pertaining to the channel because I want to title this video Planning for the Unplanned. I want to give you a more in-depth scope of what I've been going through for the past 9 years as far as all the material and content that I've been working on. So in order to see that, you're going to have to stay tuned to the channel. But I wanted to pop on really quickly just to give you guys some nuggets of information. This is called planning for the unplanned. When you're in high school or elementary school or junior high, we always do these curriculum based activities where they ask you what is your first year goal, your 5-year goal, your 10-year goal, what is your plan for life? So I am here to talk to you today to help you understand that a lot of times when you have a plan, when it's something that you want to do, a lot of times it does not go exactly how you plan it. Why? You have trials to go through. You have character development to go through. You have testing to go through. You have friendships that may end, relationships that may abruptly come to an end. There are so many things that happen in life, but that does not mean that there has to be into the goals that you actually want to obtain or achieve. I was thinking over the weekend of as far as how much I've actually gone through in the past 9 years, let alone my entire life. I mean, many of you that have tuned into this channel have been aware that in my childhood I was molested. I went through a lot of different types of trauma and abuse, and it didn't end in my childhood. It seemed like as wherever I went, it just seemed to follow me. And it took me close to 9.5 to 10 years to actually figure out the root of the problem, what it is that I need to do, what it is that I need to work on in order to be able to give you the information that is going to be needed in your life to pass it on to you in order to empower you and enlighten you. The journey was not easy. There were many times I thought I was going to faint, I was going to quit. It felt like I was failing, but it was only the development that I needed in order to make me into the person and woman that I needed to become. So many of you out there, you do have goals, you do have dreams, you do have aspirations and things that you want to obtain. The only problem is that you don't see the roadmap. You don't see how it's going to happen. You don't see how it's going to come to pass. That is perfectly fine. You're not supposed to. That is what we call walking by faith and not by sight. So in these 9 years, many of you didn't know that I was actually homeless. I was traveling from home to home to home, helping people with the books and the healing manuals that I actually produced. And in order for me to get the information that I needed, my journey didn't consist of me going to college to actually get a degree in therapy. It actually consisted of me sitting in the houses with many different people, talking about ailments and issues and things and problems that bothered them or stunted their growth or prevented them from living this happy, jovial life that so many of us portray that we live either on social media, to our friends and family. For some reason, I'm really seeing an increase in the inability to be authentic. We want everybody to think that we're okay, nothing's going on, that we're perfectly fine. And a lot of times you cannot get the healing that you need if you're lying or being in denial about the things that are really taking place in your life. So many of you didn't know that I was traveling from house to house to house because I never put that part of my journey in the public view. I wanted to complete what it is that I was assigned to endure, which was a lot of adversity and opposition. And now on the other side of that, I actually do see, understand, and recognize why it has been so difficult. Planning for the unplanned. Listen here, I know many of you have goals, okay? But a lot of times, if you are someone that has it in your heart to help someone, do something that is going to change the world, do something that's going to make people better, you're going to go through. Your life is going to go up and down. You may suffer from homelessness. You may suffer from not being able to get a job for years at a time. I quit my job in 2010, or actually 11, after I wrote the book. But I started to write the book in 2010. It took me close to a year or so actually to publish it, which really wasn't bad because I needed to get the content. After I did that, that's when I started to go through the journey. The book was written, and then I started to endure some of the things that were written in the book. And it was unplanned. I never thought that after having my own job, my own car, doing hair, mentoring girls, making close to $182 an hour just to mentor a group of girls, that I would actually end up traveling from house to house to house, sometimes from city to city, state to state, talking about this book, not making money from it at the time, but just trying to stay true to the mission of giving to people and loving on them, even if it was nothing that they can give me back. It was really difficult. We are living in a time where when you do tell the truth to people, sometimes it causes them to get offended. Can you imagine staying with some of the people that I had to tell the truth to, and it upset them and it ended up me getting kicked out? That was a lot of heartbreak. It was a lot of trauma. So for the past year or so, I've actually been navigating through a lot of that trauma that actually happened to me in those houses. I mean, there were things that were going on a lot of times that I would just simply have a friend to be able to be there for me, just to talk to me as I went through it, just to get the information and the know-how. Um, my childhood dream was to become a psychologist and as well as a doctor. And it's so ironic that I wanted to become a heart doctor. The funny part about it is that I didn't know that I wouldn't go to school to be a heart doctor in regards to a surgeon. He actually had me sit with people that had issues that were on their heart to navigate and to work through them so that they could become better people, or they can get rid of some of the ailments or the issues that they were dealing with. A lot of it stemming into mental problems, sleeplessness, overeating, depression. I mean, these issues that we continuously allow to stay within ourselves, they affect every area of our lives. And we walk around like nothing is wrong. So for my life, it was very different. I had a lot of people telling me, you're doing it wrong. What you're doing is not right. But all I knew was that when God said go and to send me, I went. I went to the places that many other people didn't want to go to. I talked to the people that many other people didn't want to talk to or be bothered with. Um, the person that was on drugs, the person that was an alcoholic, the person that was raped, the perfect person that was a rapist. I've talked to people that have actually murdered people. Just trying to help them understand and navigate through a lot of their heart's trauma and issues. It was not easy, but on top of that, it was unplanned. It was unplanned by me, but it was planned by God. And I have just actually come through it full phase as of this month. Um, I got blessed. I'm finally in my own place. I relocated, and now I'm in a phase of building. So, with that being said, I wanted to get on and just encourage you just for a couple minutes to help you understand that you may have a plan, you may have a vision board. People might even have a plan for your life. What I came to tell you today is that do not become discouraged. Do not become hard on yourself for the things that you don't understand. The plan that you didn't plan, that was unplanned, is actually the plan that's going to work out for your good. Only in the end, when you complete it, will you be able to see, man, that worked out for my good. I am more than fully equipped to do what I need to do. Maybe it wasn't you going to school to start your business. Maybe it wasn't you going to school to do exactly what you need to do. Maybe you had to leave a job. Maybe you had to cut some friendships off. Maybe there were things that you didn't think that you would have to do that were unplanned, but it worked out in your good. And I stand here today after 9 years of going through about 90 homes, sleeping in cars, sleeping in 24-hour Starbucks, in between my transitions, to tell you it all worked out for my good. I am stronger than I ever have been. Yes, there were some things that I needed to get through, some residue, some heartbreak, but the plan ultimately worked itself out because I said yes, I maintained my faithfulness, and God was faithful to me. So now in these next few videos, over the course of however long, you're going to see me begin to build myself back up. You're going to see me go on a weight loss journey, or let's just say a health journey. You're going to see me come into my home and do some decorations. You're going to see me build new relationships and connect to new people. Why? Because I didn't plan it, but what was unplanned actually was the perfect plan for me. So stay tuned to the channel, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you feel that this is the channel that you need to come to be inspired, My name is Patricia Tomlinson, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.